Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, I just want to talk to you guys briefly about some things that was going on today. Okay, I was at work, then all of a sudden I was starting to get all these notifications, so when I started to pay attention that was going on and started reading and things, and it was about a federal freeze on funding with a lot of these programs. Then I says, I'm reading this right. I went to my next notification. I mean, it was back to back, back to back, back to back. Then when I started to read them, it's like they're going to stop and freeze the money for all of these programs. All of these programs. And I say, you got to be kidding me. Then the thing about it, it's supposed to have started today, January 28th at 5 p.m. So it was a scramble. Folks was panicking. Did you hear this? Did you see this? Did this? Folks was panicking. Because did nobody know what was going to happen, what they was going to do, and how this was going to impact their lives. Now, first, let's get this off my back right now. When people hear halting funding or cutting federal funding, the first thing they mind go to is these government programs like Medicaid, food aid, rental assistance. That's the first thing someone with a small mind like this, that's the first thing they think of. Then I'm looking and I'm saying, where do we all work at? Where do we all work at? A school, right? How do we get our funding? The federal government, right? So that means that's going to impact everybody in here. So why would your train of thought go to those programs, but you're not even worried about the one that's going to directly affect you? You got kids in college. Do they get financial aid? But your man went to food aid, Medicaid, but you didn't think about, oh, wait a minute. Leroy is in college. He is getting financial aid. That's going to impact me. They might kick him out of school if they don't get their payments. Will the college shut down? Would I have to pay out of pocket? People mad not thinking. So folks, put your thinking cap on. Federal funding freeze going to affect you in some type of way. Just don't think it's the poor people. It's going to affect you in some type of way. So you need to get off of that right now. It's going to affect you in some type of way. Or someone in your family, in some type of way, it's going to affect you. That's the first thing I want to get off my mind. We're going to stop that right now. Then as the notifications was coming on, then I seen something about Head Start. They won't, because it's supposed to start at 5 p.m. today. They was going to start closing down their centers. So it wasn't going to be no Head Start Wednesday. I'm like, oh my goodness. I mean, people were so much in a panic, in the uproar. And I was right along with them. Because you don't know how this was going to affect you. But it goes way back, way back. When this man was running, a lot of this stuff, they said they was going to do. But you got these certain folk, oh my eggs, oh my eggs, oh my eggs, oh my eggs. After he was finished with every last one of us. we couldn't afford a piece of tissue to wipe our behind after he finished with all of us. Then everything was on the chopping block. And it would affect red states and blue states. So we're going to get off of that one too. Oh, Democrats, red states and blue states. It was going to affect everybody in some type of way. So with all this 2025, that's a hoax. All that stuff that was in that book coming to fruition. Now folks regretting, they upset, and now all these federal workers and stuff, they purged them folks. You think about it. They had rent payments, car payments, putting their kids through school. And they just basically lost their job with a snap of a finger. Can you imagine how devastating that is for them folks? Baby, we all in this boat together. And he just got started, just got in office, just got started. We in some big time trouble. We are. We need God more so ever than any other period in our life. Because you don't know what's going to happen. We don't. So it was a little good news. A judge did just halt the decision, so she stopped it. But it's only until Monday at 5 p.m. But it's just so many lawsuits here, there. So she stopped it until Monday to 5 p.m. That's just a couple of days. Then apparently, I don't know, they said it was February 1st, which is Saturday, the tariffs go in place. You know, and that's a more higher cost on us. If those tariffs take place, then we're losing our jobs. So we already can't afford eggs, then we about to lose the job. But there was one man, you guys, at the store today, and like I said, everybody talking about it, and I guess he's getting a federal pension. I don't know, was he in the Army? I don't know. But he was saying he get a federal pension. And he was so upset. And he said, I don't even know if I'm going to get my pension, you know. And I done, worked and gave my services to the government, and I don't even know if I'm going to get my pension. And I was like, wow. Something's going to have to be done about this. People are upset. Everybody I talk to, they are upset. So, we go back to what I was saying in my previous video, guys. If you can just spare a little change and you got something saved up, if you can, go get some things and try to stock up for your household, paper towel, tissue. Because just like this point, we don't know if that funding take effect Monday at 5 o'clock. We don't know who's gonna lose their job. You just don't know. So if you got a little extra and you get paid this week, just get a little extra for your household. Put a little extra in that jar, because you don't know where this heading. Might end up losing a job. And people are so upset. Then you're hearing about the Meals on Wheels program for the seniors. That was on a chopping block. And they rely on that. That's the only meal they got. Some of these folks don't even have family. And that was on a chopping block. Meals on, how cruel can you be? These people done lived, done worked, and now they rely on that. And that's probably the only meal they get. They probably don't even have family. And these people put that on a chopping block to get cut. And they send back millionaires and billionaires. Probably don't even, a meal on wheel. What is this? Is this a program where a meal drive up to somebody's house? They don't even know what that is. Because they never had to live that life. And it's just so sad. And you know the seniors are panicking. I stay not too far from a senior building. And I know they was panicking. Cause you see the little truck, what the other truck? They have like this program called Focus Hope. Come to the building in like a big truck and drop off food and stuff. Cause you know a lot of them they homebound, they can't leave their home, and dropped off like a truck and drop off food and stuff for them. All of that was on the chopping block. And like I said, you guys, that's probably the only meal them folks get. And that was on the chopping blocks. It's almost like bring you to tears. And then another thing that was on the chopping block, school lunches for the kids. And you know a lot of the kids, that's the only meal that they get. That's the only meal that those children get. And that was on the chopping block. But they ain't never had to worry about that because their kids never had to be in no programs like that. And that's what they showing now on TV. Education program. I work for a school. So what's going to happen February 3rd at 5 o'clock? Are they going to say lock them padlocks and say, hey, that's it? We don't know. So you guys, this just done got out of hand. It done got ridiculous. I don't know where this stuff going to end up. It's going to be going back and forth to courts. I don't know. But we all got to lift each other up. Because it almost brings you to tears when you get to, messing with babies and stuff. And I think the WIC program, and a lot of moms with the baby need the milk and stuff for the baby. How can you do that and sleep at night? Because you ain't never had to experience that life. So you guys, we're going to continue to be motivated and keep your eyes on the news, because in some type of way, don't think it's not going to affect you, because it is. Okay? So on that note, guys, I thank you for listening to me, and just go do what you need to do. If you need to go to a market or if you can spare it, go ahead and do it, because we don't know what Monday at 5 p.m. February 3rd gonna hold for all of us. And on that note, you guys, I thank you for watching, and you be kind, even though people not kind to us.